So John, what do US people need to think about if they want to invest in a tax-efficient manner?
Well, for the American in the UK, they're potentially exposed to two different tax regimes, which brings with it two different pieces of anti-avoidance legislation that can really impact the tax efficiency of their investments.
Okay, so starting with the US, what US rules are there which we need to think about?
We're predominantly concerned with the Passive Foreign Investment Company, or the Pfix rules. The Pfix rules were introduced to deter investment in non-US fund-type investments, where there is a deferral of income or gains within the fund structure, and as a result, a deferral of US tax.
So that could affect many non-US funds which me or you could invest in.
Absolutely, Alex. The rules are written very, very widely and typically catch any type of non-US fund investment. They're particularly onerous because, as well as any gain on an investment being taxed as income rather than preferential capital gains tax rates, there's potentially a penal interest charge that compounds over the life of the investment, which can result in some fairly penal tax rates.
So clearly Pfix are subject to fairly high taxes. Are there any UK rules to think about?
The UK has a relatively similar regime, known as the offshore fund regime. So for any non-UK fund type investments, we are concerned with the offshore fund regime to the extent that the funds have not applied for what's called reporting fund status in the UK. If the funds don't have reporting fund status, again, any gains on the investment are taxed as ordinary income as opposed to preferential capital gains tax rates.
So there are clearly two quite broad anti-avoidance regimes in both the US and UK that need navigating here. What can we do to help?
Well, we're not investment professionals, so we can't give investment advice, but what we can do is work very, very closely with an investment manager to help build a tax-efficient portfolio based on the client's specific circumstances.